what?
We were adjusting the camera. It's blurry.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Is that more good? No.
No, Chet done messed up the camera.
Maybe Mr. Squeaky here will fix it.
There we go. You fixed it. You had it fixed for a minute.
Come on,
Until
Mr.
you
Squeaky,
squeaked him.
fix it.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, everybody. So we still are sounding a little, a little scratchy, I guess.
A little itchy and scratchy right here.
So we apologize that there will be coughing during this show.
But that's okay. We can laugh in between the coughs, and who knows what else may happen here tonight. It's Sunday night. Thanks for coming to the live Sea Lake Journey show. Woo! Don't let the imposters fool you. Whoever they weren't us.
The imposters.
We're us, not them.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about Alaska tonight.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to talk about our recent trip to Alaska. And last weekend, we put up a video of our cabin and a video of what? What was the other thing we put up video?
We put up another video too, yeah. It was day one, getting from Orlando to Vancouver and then getting on the ship. So we got
Which was quite an adventure.
Yeah, from Orlando Airport all the way to the Majestic Princess. It was 24 hours of fun-filled, not really, adventure.
And the Z's Gaming Home and Theater gave us a $2 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's play it.
Very much.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Z-Man. Thank you, friend. Z-Man.
Yes,
the
thank
dogs.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
We thank you, and we haven't played a thank you video.
We have not had the thank you very much video in a while, but we've not been here, so that's our excuse, right?
It's our second week back. We're getting back to normal now. I got the Sea Lake Journey shirt on. We got the Z-Man here making the squeaky squeak and making the dogs do their little song and dance for them.
We were talking about the video that we had out. We have a video that came out on Saturday. I'm not sure which one came out. One came out on Friday, one came out on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was about getting to the ship from the airport, staying at a hotel, the Westin Hotel in Vancouver.
Vancouver, yes.
And then, of course, boarding the Majestic Princess.
Yeah, and that was different because we actually rather than going through a regular cruise terminal, we went through a what was the name of that thing? Vancouver.
A convention center. So Vancouver does not have a quote unquote cruise port terminal. It's the convention center. So the employees were confused, passengers were confused, staff was confused. And it's so funny because in that video we talk about how we never made it to the Platinum Elite and Suite Lounge, but the Princess employee did. And bless her heart, when we all passed by, because they did take us on first, they announced Platinum Elite and Suites, please go this way. And there was the Princess employee standing there with this whole cart of coffee and orange juice and croissants and breakfast muffins and all this.
And a great big staging area with nobody there.
Nobody there.
Nobody up there. Surely that person had to wonder why there's nobody up there. Do we not have anybody that's a platinum or elite or in a suite on this ship?
And it was funny because she just had this befuddled look on her face of, where have y'all been? I've been waiting for you. And now you're just walking past me to get on the ship.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting because there was no announcements or nothing. And we were all just sitting there and people were getting antsy, like, hey, why aren't we going? What's going on? But hey, we knew we could see the ship. We knew we were going to get on it. So we were pretty chill.
And the last time we boarded a ship in Alaska, we flew in and boarded the ship same day.
The same day, yeah.
And that was,
it
was Vancouver as well. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember Vancouver being the convention center. But I think it was because they had brought us from the airport to the cruise terminal and they ushered us through. And I think that's why I don't remember it being the same way.
I just don't remember it being the same way at all. It was like a totally different experience. But
and the other thing that I thought was quite different was in Vancouver when you board the ship. Now, of course, we stayed at the Westin Hotel. So our bags were checked with the Westin Hotel and they took our bags to the ship for us. All we had was our carry-on luggage. but all the other passengers were dragging all their luggage.
It was really bizarre seeing that.
It's like they
All these
didn't have a
people-
luggage drop off. Like,
Yeah.
our cruise ports in Florida, you drive up, you have a luggage drop off, you drop off your luggage, you go park your car, and then you walk into the cruise terminal and you're only carrying your carry-ons. It wasn't like that.
There were people carrying all kinds of luggage and everybody's like, what? Why is that happening?
And they had to drag luggage a long way, because it was crazy. We had to walk the whole length of the convention center, check in, and then for us, for the elevator, or anybody that had suitcases had to come back this way too. And there was a point where once they checked in, they could drop their suitcases off in like a conference room. But I thought that was strange. We just never.
Well, let's hit the
Never
chat
had
before
that
we go
before.
on any further. I think we
Okay,
got two or
so-
three people here.
We'll tell hello to 2 or 3. I was waiting for some more people to come, but he's anxious, so we'll go ahead.
I'm anxious. Hey, the Z-Man is here with the Z Cruise Fun. How about that? The Z Show Cruise Fun, y'all. Make sure you check out the Z-Man. Fearless Rambler's here. He says, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. Woo!
Okay.
All right, George, we're going to give you a double squeaky for that. And Shady Hill Homestead is here saying hello, Sea Lake Journeys and Fearless and Z and everybody else in the chat. And Z's Gaming Channel's here too saying, good afternoon, everybody. Bama Nola's here. He finally got all of his work done for the week. He says, good evening, everyone. Just a heads up, it is hot outside. Hot outside. It is hot outside.
They've not had rain where he's at in 5 weeks.
I know. We had a long dry spell too, I was telling him, and then it is finally over. And
Baby shark,
shark, baby shark. That's right. Tiffany Lava Shark is here. How about that? Woohoo!
And we've already said hello to the Fearless Rambler, but we're going to say hello to him again.
Hey, George.
Let's see. And we've already said hello to Shady Heels.
Yeah.
What is this here about Baby Enzo and Ringo?
Baby Enzo and Ringo say hi
hi
to
to
everybody.
everybody.
They were down here. Baby Enzo was doing all this, and he wanted to say hi to y'all.
There you go. And here's Fearless Rambler.
Just put a new 2 terabyte SSD card in my computer today. Maybe it will speed things up. We only have a 1 terabyte in ours, and it's like lightning. So I can't imagine what 2's going to
that
do.
one has more than 1 terabyte in it.
I thought it was a 1. Does it
No,
have more?
I think I want to say it's 4 or 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I was wrong on that. I'm thinking of the laptop, ain't I?
Yeah, you're thinking of the laptop.
We put one in our laptop. Oh, let me turn this thing off over here. There we go. And Aaron Smith is here. Hey, he says, hello, Sea Lake Journeys crew. Hope you're all doing well now. Aaron, we are getting along. We are sounding better,
Yes,
feeling
we are.
better, looking better, smelling
I don't know
better.
about the looking better part.
We're just better all the way around. How about that? Fearless Rambler's giving us 2 thumbs up for that nice Alaskan photo.
That was actually a video that was playing at the beginning.
Yeah, that was a video that we took
Yeah.
right from
Mhm.
the ship
That
ourselves.
was in Glacier Bay.
Glacier Bay, yes.
Mhm.
Hey, there's Don Arnold saying, wow, right on, Don, good to see you. Lori Barber, hey, what's going on, Lori, good to see you.
Spooky.
Spooky 3D vision.
I don't know what
Woo!
that is. Okay.
We're doing something spooky.
Okay.
Fearless says, let me put my
Oh, that's
glasses
because
on.
we were trying to clear the.
Oh, that's
camera.
right. Yeah, we had a little issue there with the
Mhm.
camera already, but that's not unusual for us.
No.
Aaron says the geeky squeaky should fix everything.
Yeah, right. But it doesn't. It doesn't, Aaron.
I like that. The geeky squeaky. That's awesome. Tony G 1975 saying, hello, Sea Legs. Hello to you, Tony 1975.
And then, of course, our
Z's
super-
Gaming and
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Very much.
Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Very much.
Thank you for that, Z-Man. And Renda Sia is here too, saying good evening, all. I hope you're feeling better, Sea Lake Journeys. Yes, we are. Thank you for
Trying
that.
to anyway.
Embarkation Nation saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Embarkation Nation. Woohoo! And Z's Gaming says, I miss those 2 dogs.
Let me tell you what, they missed us too. So usually it's Ringo that doesn't eat when we're gone, but at the puppy hotel, it's Enzo that doesn't eat when we're gone.
Yeah,
Ringo eats and Enzo doesn't. so-
Enzo needed to lose some weight anyway. He's down to
Yeah.
like 15
Oh,
and a half
there they are
pounds
now.
now. Oh, dogs out. There they go.
There they are.
Here you go. Where's Captain Billy when we need him to referee this place? What's going on here?
Let's see. Here we go.
Don Arnold says Canadian confusion. That's what we're going to blame it on, Don, too.
It sounds good.
Yeah,
That's a good excuse.
We're going to use that excuse. Yeah, how about that? Hey, there's Paul Vines, PSV Odyssey, saying howdy, howdy, howdy. 3 howdies. I like it. Fearless Rambler says so.
Before we answer this question with Fearless Rambler, any questions you have about our Alaska trip,
Yes.
I don't care if it's the weather, the clothes we wore, what we did for suitcases, whether it was the land portion or the sea portion. Tonight we are going to talk about the Lumberjack and Crab Fest. But if you guys have questions, we want to talk about your questions.
Yes, we want to make sure you
So put them in the chat, and we will make sure that we get to them. So here's Fearless.
That's right. Fearless says, so why didn't we get to the Platinum Lounge? They never gave an announcement to anybody to go to the Platinum
First of all,
Lounge.
the staff, it was really weird because if you watch that video, they put us all in one room. There weren't even chairs in the room, by the way. They started setting chairs up in the room when so many people got in the room, and there were people that needed to sit, physically needed to sit. So they had maybe 100 chairs set up, and there was 2,000 passengers standing in the room because every passenger was in the room. It didn't matter what status you were or what time you arrived or anything. They put us all in a room. And I think the confusion came in because there were over 150 crew members that were getting off the ship. And they were trying to keep the crew members in a separate hallway so they could do their, check all of them and all that and keep them out of the flow of the passengers. That's the only thing I can figure where it all went wrong. Either that or the ship was docked somewhere where they typically aren't accustomed to. I don't know, but it was very bizarre.
Yeah, the land staff didn't seem to know what was going on. I call it lack of leadership myself. Somebody in leadership should have went along and said, okay, it's time to call this announcement. Let's get these. We got a whole place upstairs for the Platinum Elites and the people in suites, and there's nobody up there. Why?
Well,
Let's get them up there.
It wasn't just that area. We passed all total, including the Platinum Elite and Suite Lounge. We passed 3 areas where there were chairs set up, where obviously they were supposed to be funneling people into these areas to sit waiting to be boarded, and they didn't.
My guess is those would be time zones. If you're supposed to check in at 11:30, come over here. If you're 12:30, you're going to go over here.
Right.
But once again, I wasn't in charge, and apparently nobody else was either.
And hello to Mark
the Shark. Hey, let's get your shark fins up there, everybody. Say hi to Mark the Shark. Hello, beautiful people, he says. Woo-hoo! Yep. Welcome. Aaron says, bonus spin for Z-Man and the doggies. That's right. We had to give him a bonus spin because, why not?
Okay, so I don't know what Z's saying here.
Breaking news, while you guys were gone, I'm at 922 subscribers, and I'm doing a brand new morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm doing prime time tonight at 7 o'clock Central time. How about that, y'all? All right, breaking news. You saw it here first. Z-Man's getting close to that 1,000. Woo! He's going to get there soon. Okay. How about that? Cruise Nuts is here. Also, Mike and Tracy, good to see y'all. Woo! There's On Deck with CB. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Michael, the realist. Hey, there's my old friend right there saying at Sea Lake Journeys. Hey. Sweet, cool friends, Robin and Chet. Hey, cool as heck friends in the chat. See, Michael loves everybody. Everybody say hi to Michael.
Yeah. Right. Hello, Michael. We hope Michael got a card, right?
Yeah.
Not a card,
a send a postcard from Alaska.
Yeah, we sent our turquoise members postcards from Alaska. We mailed them from Alaska.
We mailed them from Alaska too. I didn't wait till we got to Arctic Circle. I didn't know if they was going to have a post office up there, but then lo and behold, they did.
They did have a post office.
We took our picture in front of the post office.
We did,
but we actually sent them, I think, from Ketchikan.
Yeah. So put your questions in the chat, any questions that you have, and we really want to talk about your questions. And Mark the Shark, much love and aloha.
The
other Mark.
That's right. We got not one but 2 Mark the Sharks here tonight, only here on Sea Lake Journeys. Can you get not 1 but 2 Mark the Sharks? How about that? Thank you guys for being here. We love all y'all.
Okay, so this is the video. This is the thumbnail for the video that we have coming out this weekend, Friday.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it'll be in Friday Raid Parade or Saturday Stroll. We're going to try to do 2 videos a week. We've got so much video and so much footage to get out there. We still didn't get all the MSC out there, but Alaska is much better than that. So that's where we're going, right?
We'll come back to MSC later.
So I used this for the thumbnail so that if you are going to Alaska and you are on a Princess cruise ship, and you are interested in this particular excursion, then the KTN-315 is the number of the excursion through Princess.
Right. You could probably get that through Carnival or Norwegian or Royal Caribbean also, but it's going to be a different number and description.
Right.
But you'll probably see that same name, though, the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show and Crab Feast. You got to do them both because you're going to get worked up an appetite, and they're watching them guys chop them logs with axes, chainsaws, knives, and all kinds of stuff.
And I have to say that whenever you do the Lumberjack Show and or the Crab Feast, there are more than one excursion that tie to them. Like the last time we went to Alaska, we did the Tungus National Forest and the Crab Feast.
Yes.
The Crab Feast the Crab Feast. If you do a Crab Feast in Alaska, it is always located at the George Inlet Lodge, always. And so this time we did the Lumberjack Show with the Crab Fest, and there are several other ones that have the Crab Feast in them. So the Crab Feast is the same no matter which excursion you tie it with, and it's fabulous. So let's say hello to a few people that dropped in.
That's right. We got the Bud Files here. Hey, Bud Files, what's going on?
I want to make sure nobody else jumped in or we didn't have any other questions.
I got to get over and catch up on them. They're my history channel.
Yes, I know they are. And Chet is trying to catch up on channels and vlogs and all that stuff.
I spent one whole day this week, the whole day doing that.
Yeah. This is the picture when I was telling you is at George Inlet Lodge. I don't know if you can zoom in on your phone or whatever for these pictures, but I mean, the crab was huge. They were literally massive. Let me see if I can make the picture. Oops, sorry. I guess I can't make it bigger.
Hey, they can see it. There you go.
Yeah. You can see that you get the whole kit and caboodle.
It comes around several times. It isn't like they come one time and that's it. They come again, then they come again,
and they come again.
Yeah,
yes,
so.
they keep it coming. And if you want more, they give you more. Now you do get a salad first, and it's just a garden salad with a couple of mandarin oranges on it. You do get a free beverage of your choice, whether beer, wine, soda, tea.
So if you want to try that Alaskan beer out while you're up there, this is an opportunity to do it.
Yep. And then, of course, the dessert is gluten-free cheesecake with blueberry topping. And it was so good. Yeah. We didn't get a picture of the blueberries this time. We did get a picture of them last time. But
I ate so many crabs, I could only eat like 2 bites of the cheesecake. I was like, oh my God, I can't eat cheesecake because I'm so full on crab. You got to be kidding me.
And let's see, that another picture that I wanted to show you was the Lumberjacks.
Yes. Now it was Canada versus USA. And so you want to find out when you go into this arena, if you decide you want to see this show, find out where the Canada side is and find out where the USA side is, because they're going to have you cheering against each other.
Right.
And we ended up on the Canada side.
We did.
And we didn't care. It was
fun.
We
didn't
anyway.
care.
It was fun.
And I also wanted to add that, first of all, in the video, we're going to show you that we walked to the Lumberjack Show from where our ship was docked. No matter what ship you're on, no matter where it's docked, the Lumberjack Show is within walking distance.
We were the farthest ship away. We were in berth 4. Berth 1 is the closest. It's right there. You'd walk off the ship and walk right into it. And so we were the farthest one away, and it's still, I don't know, half hour or so. And we were stopping and looking in windows and, you know.
And I also need to add that, especially if your ship is docked at the furthest berth, which is where we were, that ship is immediately in front of the free shuttle. The free shuttle will take you from one end of Ketchikan to the other end. So you can ride the shuttle to the other end of Ketchikan and walk back, or you can ride the shuttle halfway. But the shuttle is free, and it is there for anyone. We chose to walk. There was lots of places to sit. So even though it took us about 20 minutes to walk, it was a nice leisurely stroll. Yeah,
we want to show you what the terrain looks like. A lot of it is boardwalk, but even in the wheelchair, not a problem. Scooter, not a problem. Cane, push cart, whatever it is you got. It's not going to be a problem up there.
Not a problem at all. And hello to House of X.
House of X, that's right. Woo!
Mhm.
How about that, y'all?
And Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Donahue, right on. What's going on, buddy?
So, all of the terrain in Ketchikan is very mobile friendly. No matter what your mobility challenges may be, you will be able to walk the whole boardwalk in Ketchikan, and there's lots of shopping. If you have a port where you just want to do a lot of shopping and not really much else, that is the best. I would say that's probably the best shopping in Alaska in one of the cruise ports.
Yeah, it's all right there. And don't worry if you forgot your jacket or your sweater. They're there all over the place.
Cheap.
And they're
cheap.
Cheaper than in Florida.
Cheap. Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather. Really, Enzo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Enzo.
Enzo says he wants a jacket too next time we go.
So back to talking about the Lumberjack show.
Yes.
So it was a lot of fun because they did all these different things that Lumberjacks really do. They're climbing this pole and there's no handholds on this pole at all. No. They've got a rope in their hand.
And gaffs on their feet.
And they're literally pop, pop, feet, rope, pop, pop, feet, and rope. And they're racing to get to the top.
And they're going up that thing faster than if they laid it down and I was trying to walk it on the ground horizontally.
And when they came down, they slid down it like a child sliding down
I would say the last 30 feet, they just dropped.
Yeah.
Just let go and whoop, bam! There's a big mat on the bottom, thank goodness. Otherwise, I don't know, I'd probably break your legs.
And they did a lot of challenging each other, chopping wood, chopping through a big block of wood. And then, of course, what everybody sees and everybody loves is them doing the log roll.
Yes. All this was a competition to win the title of Moose of the Woods or Bull Moose of the Woods. Bull Moose of the Woods, yes. Yeah. So it was a great competition between them. They went back and forth. Sometimes Canada would win this event. USA would win this event.
Yeah.
It was great. They made it exciting. They made it fun. It's good for all ages. Little kids are going to love this. Old people are going to love this.
And they keep the audience 100% engaged. The young man that's like the, what do you call it? The
MC.
The MC. He's telling you what the challenge is going to be. And of course they win flags, and whoever wins the most flags for their country wins. Well, they keep the audience so engaged. Before you know it, you are screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs for your team because they're, that's just like the pole climbing thing, everybody's rooting for their guy and they tell you their names. So the audience is even calling the Lumberjacks by their first names and everything. It's like,
well, what's really great too is they tell you about these guys. These guys aren't just people they just picked up off the street.
No,
these guys are national champions, world champions of individual events and team competitions. These guys are the best of the best, and they're showcasing all their talents and ability right there in front of you.
And another excursion that I told you that will team up with the Crab Fest that we did not do, but that I saw a lot of people doing and a lot of people talking about it was axe throwing against a lumberjack.
Yeah.
So could you imagine if you've ever been to a local, axe throwing place where you live, they have it there and you are throwing axes against a real lumberjack. And it's like, that they do have an age limit on that. I believe the youngest that was allowed to participate in that was 12.
That's what I was thinking.
But even that, that was another great thing with the Lumberjacks. And
I'll tell you, it's a little bit like WWE, but with no foul stuff like that. Everything was very rated G for the kids. It was like WWE. These guys were like, I'm going to take you down.
Yeah.
I'm better than you. And they did go up there and compete. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. And
I want to go back.
Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to say was, some people were saying, oh, well, they flip a coin to decide who's going to win. You know what? It's entertaining. Even if they flip a coin before the show even starts to decide who's going to win, you can't tell. Because when they're out there doing it, for real.
Let's tell you what, they're putting 100% into this. Because, they're chopping some massive logs and they're climbing up this stuff. You can't fake that.
No.
You can't fake these events. That log rolling stuff, it's great.
And you hear that thunk, thunk, thunk that echoes through that stadium.
Wood flying, man.
And that's the other thing I wanted to add. In weather, where the audience sits is under a
big canopy.
Big canopy. Yeah. It's an open pavilion, but it's a canopy where audience is sitting.
Yeah.
So even if it's bad weather, don't miss this excursion if you had it booked, because the Lumberjacks will still do their thing.
Oh yeah, they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
And even when they fall in the water, I stuck my hand in that water down there when we were leaving, and that was some cold, cold water.
Talking about cold like this right here.
Yeah, here we go.
Aaron Smith said, like the WWE without Mr. McMahon. You know, I volunteered to go down there and play that part for them, but they said their MC was doing a good job. That would have been great. But we do recommend this event to go see. If you get to Alaska, get to Ketchikan, definitely go check this out. And afterwards, we went to that George Inlet Lodge to have that crab feast. Dungeness crab, all you can eat. Wow, what a day. It was great. And also that we had the bus ride taking us from Ketchikan out to the George Inlet Lodge.
Oh, well, let's back up for a second.
And then back.
Hold on a second. When we left the Lumberjack show, they directed us to the buses that took us to the crab feast.
And we had red stickers to let them know that we were going to crab feast.
And the thing was that you didn't get lost along the way, because they had a lumberjack. They would say, go to the next corner to the next lumberjack. And there'd be a lumberjack saying, come on this way, you know. So, and the lumberjacks were wearing the black and red plaid flannel shirts.
Yeah.
So you knew the lumberjack. First of all, you saw the lumberjacks in the show, so you knew exactly who they were. And then, of course, you could have your picture taken with the lumberjacks.
That's right.
And we did have our picture taken with the lumberjack. It was the thumbnail for this.
I took their picture for
and Arlene and I. And you know, that's we went on this vacation with friends of ours, Arlene and Dano, that we had met on another cruise ship.
Yeah.
Few years
a couple
before.
Years ago on the Sky Princess.
Yeah, and so we traveled together, and let me tell you, it's nothing like going on a cruise with a bunch of friends.
It was great. It was like a mini group cruise. We're getting so excited about our group cruise that, you know what, maybe we should remind everybody that we're having a group cruise next year.
And that's just where I was going about traveling with friends.
Yeah. How about that?
Alert, alert!
Alert, alert!
It's a group cruise!
Group cruise, y'all!
With your host, Sea Lake Journeys, TNT Adventures to Sea, and Ocean to Ocean Travel.
So come on, let's get on that Norwegian breakaway. May 19th through the 26th, 2024. We'll be leaving out of the port of Miami, going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and Tortola. And finally, we're going to NCL's private island, Great Stirrup Cay. Contact Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel today to get those group rates and special perks.
Join the Facebook group for all the planned events. There's room for everyone. Don't forget, contact Bruce at oceanToOceanTravel.com. We'll see you on the ship.
See you on the ship. That's right. We hope to see you on the ship. We're going to have a great time. I'll tell you, there's nothing better than getting together with some people and just cruising and going to the excursions and doing stuff. What a great time it was.
Yeah. And, you know, and sorry, you don't have to do everything with the group. You can do whatever you want to do on your own. Yep. We are going to try to have one night where the group has dinner together in the main dining room.
Yep.
But other than that, if you want to hang out with other people, we will post what excursions we are going to be doing. And if you, on the Facebook page, other people are already posting what excursions they're going to want to do. So if you want to do excursions with other people, you do have that opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
If you want to do it by yourself, do it by yourself.
Yeah. And we'll be doing different activities. So some may be more appealing to you than others. And you know what? Just jump on it, whichever ones you want. But hey, come on that group cruise. We're going to have a great time. You know what? There's cruise nuts. These nuts are on the group cruise. That's right. Mike and Tracy, the cruise nuts, are going to be there. Let's give them a double squeaky. You know, we're going to have a great time with them. We've got to talk to Mike and Tracy over chats behind the scenes with just us. And what fantastic people. If you haven't met them live and in person, we haven't. We've met them, talking to them individually. We can't wait to meet them in person. They just seem like awesome people to just hang out with.
And it's not a group cruise that's all vloggers.
No.
There are many people going on the group cruise that are not YouTube vloggers. Some of our personal friends are going. And we're trying to talk Dano and Arlene into going. So Dano and Arlene, we know you're listening.
We know you're watching.
You got to book that group cruise.
Come on, Dano. I want to see you sing karaoke on the ship. We didn't get to do that on the Majestic Princess.
I don't think they had karaoke.
I don't know if
they did, we were all way too busy to know that they were doing that.
I'm not a karaoke person, but I'm going to go. Dano can sing, okay?
Dano can sing.
And so we're going to get down there, and I'm going to have a rum punch if that's what it takes to get down there and sing with Dano.
I think it would take more than one. I think it would take more than one rum punch to get you down there to sing with Dano.
I don't know.
But he does play the guitar. He's very talented.
Yeah.
Extremely talented.
But anybody else can join with us too. We'll go down there and sing. We'll have not acapella. We're gonna have a group choir. How about that? We'll all go down there and sing a song.
So now we're gonna have a group choir.
I'll go down there and sing together.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I'm thinking no. I'm thinking the answer to that's no.
Anyway, you don't want to miss that fun. We wanted to remind y'all again. We're going to have that. So. So anyway, we have real solutions for real cruisers. So don't forget, if you got questions on Alaska, let us know. We also, while we're on this trip, we also put in that first video some of the stuff with the airlines we had to deal with. $30 per bag extra.
Yes.
Some things that you don't hear about.
So that's Air Canada. Air Canada, we had to pay for our bags. Air Canada bags do not go for free. Checked bags do not go for free. So all checked bags, $30 for a regular sized checked bags and $50 for oversized checked bags per person per bag. Now we came home on Delta and our checked bags were free. One checked bag per passenger was free on Delta, unless it was over 50 pounds. If it was over 50 pounds, then they charged you an amount for it being over 50 pounds.
I don't know if I should tell her or not, but one bag we didn't have a scale in the hotel room, and I just guessed the weight, and usually I'm always right. This time I was wrong. One had 47 and one had 52. I was like, I said, well, that's okay. Let me take some stuff out of that suitcase and put it over in the other one.
And he said, no, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But I think it was because we had two bags that we could have taken items out of one bag and put it in the other bag, and then neither bag would have been over 50
pounds. They both would have been the right way.
And I think that's why he let us get away with that. But they're very tight on luggage nowadays. They're very tight on your carry-on bags and what is allowed to be a carry-on bag. For example, there was a lady in front of me. She had a carry-on suitcase. She had her purse and she had a shopping bag. And the people told her, you're not allowed the shopping bag and the purse. Something's going to have to go in the carry-on luggage, or you're going to have to check the carry-on bag.
And put the purse in the bag.
So she was very upset about it. Yeah. And they said, I'm sorry, but that's the rules. And Air Canada is extremely, extremely tight on those rules.
Yeah, so make sure if you're going to fly, know what your rules are, so you don't get surprised when you get there. Even then, you may still get a surprise. But overall, at least we did get there. We got to Toronto and had our 3-hour layover. Actually, we ended up only spending 2 hours and 15 minutes waiting, because for 45 minutes, we were trying to find our wheelchair.
Yes. So,
there's Lori. Lori says, we stopped cruising Miami. So sad we will miss this group cruise.
Yeah, but Lori, isn't Lori going on with us
She's
the
week
before?
Yes,
so Lori wants to do her own private group cruise.
That's right.
That's okay. We love you, girl.
That's right. We got our own group cruise, Lori, on the MSC Seashore just the week before. So you're going to have us all by yourself. Well, she's got some other friends coming too, so it's going to be great.
There you go.
Aaron says, so Air Canada goes by dimensions of the suitcase rather than weight.
Okay, so they go by both, actually.
Yes.
I'll get the picture while you talk about this. Let me go out here and grab the
Well, you get that picture, and I can show them this coffee cup real quick. Hey, while we're on it, maybe I can't.
I told you that.
Can they see that?
They can see it.
Oh, can they see it over here? Hey, look here, y'all. We got this cup when we was on a train ride.
Hold on a second. Let me take down that comment so it won't be in your way.
This great souvenir cup. Check this out. I ordered some hot chocolate while we was on the train. Let me back it up here a little bit. I don't want it to be blurry. Can y'all see that? There's a whale tail there. There's some dog sled dogs right there. I got to wait for the camera to catch up. Okay, there we go. I'm going to rotate it around here now. And the next thing you're going to see is mountains. That's right. And glaciers and killer whales, or orcas as they call them. Bald eagles. There's some elk. People whitewater rafting. Moose. And, of course, that beautiful train that we were on. Right there. That's what it looked like. And let me flip it around here a little bit more. And now you're going to see a bear and a water plane and a doll sheep. And of the big five of the animals, well, we also wanted to mention the only one we did not see was the wolf. We saw the bears. We saw the doll sheep. We saw the what was the other animals we saw?
Caribou.
Caribou. That's right. And the moose. We saw moose. And one thing that isn't on that list of animals was the sea otters. And we must have saw 200 sea otters. They were everywhere when we were cruising through the glaciers on the ship. We just sat out there and just watched them otters. There'd be 20, 25 of them in one group floating on a block of ice going by. Then there'd be one or two just out there all by their little lonesomes, just paddling along on their back like, hey, this is cool.
And we actually got it filmed that the ones fell off the iceberg that we were going by, and you could hear them squealing like, wait for me, the boat knocked me off. It was so cute.
Yeah, so funny. And sometimes 3 or 4 of them would jump off the one side and the little ice thing would tilt, and then it would tilt back, some more would fall off, and then they'd all do that little squealing thing again. They were very entertaining.
They were very, very entertaining.
And hopefully we'll get a video. We'll post a video of that up here in the future too.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've got a picture here.
Okay, she's got a picture here to show y'all.
Here we go.
Is that it?
It's coming.
Oh, it looks like us.
It is us.
So a lot of the glacier shots you're going to see were shot on our tripod or our Sony camera.
So this was the Air Canada. Your bags had to fit in these boxes.
Yeah.
Your carry-on had to fit in the lower one, and your personal item had to fit in the top one. And it says size them up before you fly. Please make sure your bag fits in the sizers, because if it didn't fit in the sizer, they charged you to check the bag. And then it was, if you had already checked a bag and that was $30, your second bag's $50. They don't care how big it is.
Oh, and
or how much it weighs.
And to put anything in the overhead compartment, it had to have the wheels on it.
Yes.
If you didn't have a bag that had wheels on it, if it was just a carry bag, it had to go under the seat in front of you.
So I had a backpack. I wasn't allowed to put it up there because it didn't have wheels on it. I had to put it under the seat, under my feet, which means that my feet had no place to go. I couldn't stretch out. For the first flight was 3 hours and the second one was 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I could not do anything. My feet literally sat right in front of me. I couldn't stretch my feet out because there was no room. So just keep in mind with Air Canada, if it does not have wheels, it cannot go in the overhead compartment. They make you put it under the seat in front of you.
Yeah, just some things that you don't hear too much about. And, we don't fly that much. It's been a long time since we've flown somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to catch up on all this stuff ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Lori says, awesome cup. Yes, it is, Lori. I still think of my hot chocolate as I hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Hot chocolate on the train.
And so this is, and we'll talk about this when we get to the train talking about it. So you bought the cup, and like Chet wanted hot chocolate. So he paid for his first cup of hot chocolate and paid for the cup. Then hot chocolate was free the rest of the trip for him.
Mm-hmm.
I bought, y'all know me, I bought a spiked hot chocolate with the cup, and then I got free hot chocolate the rest of the time. I didn't get free spiked hot chocolate, just free hot chocolate, or hot tea or coffee or whatever other beverage item you wanted in it was free for the rest of the train.
And hey, it was a 9-hour ride, so I drank a lot of hot chocolate in 9 hours.
Well, it was good hot chocolate too.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany says, cool cup, Chet. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, Tiffany. One day you're going to get to Alaska and get you one of these when you get on that train ride, Tiffany. Aaron says, neat cup. Yes, thanks, Aaron. Fearless Rambler says, don't think I will fly Air Canada.
Well, we didn't have a choice in flying Air Canada.
We booked everything through Princess, so they booked everything for us. So they looked for the least amount of stops that they could get,
mm-hmm.
and the time frames and things like that. So they considered all those things. So even though Air Canada was a little bit of a hassle, overall it was still okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home on Delta was better, I'll say that. And but they booked that also.
But Ryan has a perfect solution for everyone.
So next time, just zip tie a couple of small wheels to your backpack. Ryan, you get a double squeaky for that, my friend.
Ryan, I would never have thought that, but okay. I'm not sure if that. I'm pretty sure Air Canada is a little bit tighter on that, and that would not fly with them. But it's a good try, Ryan.
See me traveling here. Hey, what's going on, Kurt and Marsha? Just saying good evening to everybody out there. Woo! Good morning. Good evening to you.
That's right. So back to talking about the Air Canada, and Princess. Also, with the other thing with Air Canada was when we got from Orlando to Toronto, because we had a layover in Toronto, and then we flew from Toronto on to Vancouver.
Yeah.
But when we stopped in Toronto to switch airplanes. This is where you wanted to tell them about your wheelchair.
Yeah, they lost my wheelchair. But it wasn't just mine. Somebody else had a wheelchair and it was gone. And a couple of people had baby strollers for their kids and they were gone. So we realized that it wasn't just ours. It was these other people's too. So they had to be somewhere.
But the biggest confusion came when we got off the plane. Typically when we get off the plane, right at the little turn there, what do they call that thing that hooks up to the airplane?
Yeah, the little thing that hooks up to the airplane there.
The hallway that hooks up to, I can't think of what it's really
I don't know
called
what
right
it's
now.
called either. Yeah.
Anyway, usually when you get off
tarmac or something like that.
No, it's not the tarmac.
No,
usually when you
that's a hair.
Usually when you get off the plane, as soon as we get off the plane, right there at the corner is where the wheelchairs and the baby strollers or whatever it is, because that's where we drop them. We drop them when we board the plane. And so everybody that was waiting for those items, they weren't there, and we were all a little confused because typically that's where they are. So then when we were asking, they're like, oh, well, there's wheelchairs up at the top. And we were like, we're still a little confused. It was like, okay, so maybe they put them up at the top. So we went up to the top and they said, oh, well, we'll call someone to bring you a wheelchair. And Chet's like, no. It's my wheelchair. It's my personal wheelchair that has a luggage tag on it and everything that says my name.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of confusion. And then what we realized what had happened was an airplane that had landed and parked directly beside of our airplane. The entire airplane was people in wheelchairs. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. I don't know if it was a hospital transporting a bunch of people, but like 150 passengers got off and they were all using airport wheelchairs. So then we were like, okay, well, maybe the delay is because they're helping all these people. But then that still wasn't the delay.
They eventually did find it though. So we finally got the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it was 45 minutes before we got over to the next place where we were supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting.
So Aaron Smith says, Ryan, you need to join us.
Right there. Aaron, you are correct. Ryan had a real solutions for real cruisers right there. I love it.
That's
right. Awesome.
And Ryan said it's called the Jetway.
The Jetway. Okay, I never remember what that thing is. It's that little bucket thing.
It's not a bucket. It's a hallway that attaches to the plane.
Yeah. Hey, there's the Z Show Cruise Fun says, did you see any lions, tigers, and bears? Oh my! We saw the bears.
We did see bears. We did not see lions. We did not see tigers, only because they do not live in Alaska. But we did see bears and a lot of bears.
Mooses and rams and caribous and stuff like that.
We saw a whole pack of caribou.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool. I tell you, Alaska is a bucket list. We recommend you go there if you can. If you haven't been there before, you may want to do just the sea portion first, like we did. The first time we went, we just did the 7-day cruise. It's a little more affordable. When you add the land portion on, it becomes expensive, especially if you're going to do it like a bucket list like we did and do all those crazy excursions, flying up to the glacier and riding dog sleds and flying.
There are some excursions that are not as expensive.
Yes.
But everything in Alaska costs, because you got to remember everything's either brought in by plane or imported in. But, very little things are from Alaska only because of the weather. So your salmon's always from Alaska, so you're going to get great prices on salmon. You're going to get great prices on crab legs.
I don't know. I didn't think the price was that great on crab legs. I looked at them in the thing. Yeah, it was pretty expensive, I thought. But that's okay. They got to make their money. So
yeah, but Alaska is definitely a must do. And a lot of people say, well, I don't want to do Alaska and just do 7 days on the cruise ship. It's totally worth it. Mm-hmm. It's totally worth it to do just 7 days on a cruise ship in Alaska.
Absolutely.
And some people say, well, I don't want to do it unless I can do the inside passage. Most all the cruises are the inside passage. So if that's part of your worry, your selection of the inside passage on the different cruise lines, it's a large selection.
Yeah, you just look at your itinerary and you'll see if it's there, or ask, call Bruce at Ocean to Ocean, have him help you sort it out and book that Alaska cruise. And now
you do have to have a passport to go to Alaska. Now that I do need to add, the reason you need a passport to go to Alaska is because every cruise, no matter where you're cruising to, has to hit more than one country. It hits the country it's leaving from and a country it's going to. In the Caribbean, you're leaving Florida, the United States, and you go into multitude of ports that are in other countries, Belize, Cozumel, you're hitting another country. Well, in Alaska, you have to hit Canada and Alaska. So you have to have a passport because you are going to have to either board the ship in Canada or get off the ship in Canada.
Yep. So make sure you got that passport before you book that Alaska cruise. You're going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we wanted to add that to go to Alaska, you must have a passport. There's not a single cruise line out there that will cruise to Alaska without you having a passport, only because you must stop in Canada, either boarding the ship in Canada or getting off the ship.
Right on. Y'all got that. Okay. So what else do we want to tell them? We went on the Majestic Princess. Now, it's the first time on that ship for us. It is a Royal class ship, which means it's 145,000 gross tons. Is 20 decks. It's a big ship. Got all kinds of great stuff on it, and we're going to show you some of that too here in the future. It had some things on that ship that are not on the other Royal class ships or any other Princess ship for that matter, like the Chinese restaurant Harmony.
Yes, the Chinese, and they did have gluten-free noodles.
She had actually a lot of gluten-free stuff at the Harmony restaurant.
The Harmony restaurant, just about everything at the Harmony restaurant, the Chinese restaurant. First of all, there was the Chinese one that was out on the deck. What was that one called? I ate there when we boarded the ship that day. The noodle bar. The noodle bar. The noodle bar was gluten-free options.
And which is also unique to this ship.
Yes. And it was good. Arlene and I, that's where we had our lunch when we boarded the ship, was at the noodle bar. And then, of course, the Chinese restaurant, the Harmony, had many, many gluten-free options for me at that restaurant as well.
Really good food, great service. I was impressed by it. I'm not necessarily, I like any kind of food, but Chinese food is probably not on my top 10 favorites. But it was really good. They kind of turned me around. I was like, I'd go eat here again.
Well, so the Fearless Rambler had a mouse.
Oh, saw a mouse yesterday at my cabin, just a yearling.
Aw.
Well, considering he only lived about 2 years, he's a middle-aged little mouse, ain't he? Mark the Shark says, where there is one, there are many that you didn't see, George.
That's right. That's right, because they live in little families, right?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you got to watch out for them mice. I like that Real Solutions though from Ryan Donahue. That was
that was good. So we do have video coming out
Friday.
Yeah, we have a video coming out Friday, and that is
that's one on the Lumberjack show and the Crab Feast. No, what is that on?
No, hold on a second. I'll tell you. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh my gosh, we don't even know what's going on over here.
Total blank.
Sea Lake Journeys. What is going on?
Oh, no,
it
is the Lumberjack show.
Okay, it is a Lumberjack show and the Crab Feast. So if you heard anything here to interest you today, you're going to want to watch that video. You can't take video at the Lumberjack show.
Yes, that's what I wanted to add.
But we did take a lot of photographs, which they do allow.
Yes. So they announced it more than once. They announced it when we entered. They announced it before the show. They announced it about halfway through the show. You are not allowed to videotape the Lumberjack show. I know that you can go out there on YouTube right now and you can see a multitude of places where they have filmed the Lumberjack show. You guys know us. We are not doing what we know is morally and ethically wrong. We're not going to do it.
We're going to show you photographs instead.
But I did put the photographs kind of like to music, and they go along pretty quickly, sort of like a little video.
Yeah, you can see what's going on.
But I do want to add that they announce it multitude of times. And I know that people record things anyway. They don't really care. And they say, I don't know, you can't stop me. They'll let you take all the pictures you want. If you have one of those pictures that goes snap, 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 and you can put it together and it makes a video, those are still photographs. But you are not supposed to film this show. Anyway,
also to the Crab Feast, we want to mention that mobility issues on that, because we've already talked about Ketchikan being very mobile friendly. George Inlet Lodge, they have a lot of stairs coming down. I think you count them like 75 stairs. So it's a lot of stairs. I did go up them to videotape them so I could show you that I did it. But walking downstairs is not good. My stumpy don't like that.
No.
So they have an alternative. They have a car there or a van. They'll have something there. And there's a lady right there when your bus pulls in and says, hey, if you can't take the stairs, I'm here to take you down.
Right. So you may have to wait. You may have to wait because she's literally shuttling people up and down. And that's people carrying babies even, because there was one little boy being carried on the stairs, and Dana was joking and saying, I think this kid's being kidnapped, because that kid screamed literally at the top of his lungs the whole time up the stairs because he wanted to walk the stairs, but Daddy wasn't going to let him. It was,
There's a lot of
It
stairs.
was a lot. First of all, it was a lot of stairs. Second of all, his little foot could have slipped between the stairs, and it's a cliff underneath you.
Yeah.
A mountain. So here we got some comments.
Let's do it. All right. Oh, Mark the Shark says, smash those thumbs, everybody. Thank you for that, Mark the Shark. We appreciate those thumbs up. That helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Woo! And Mark the Shark says, yes, I will be on this group cruise. Oh, what?
That's
that's a double squeaky. All right, Mark the Shark, May 19th through the 26th now. If you want to meet one of the Mark the Sharks, how about that? Come on with us. Aloha, brother. We're going to be having a good time. I can't wait to meet you. And Aaron Smith says, so is Princess the tops among cruise lines when it comes to gluten-free food options?
So they are up there. I have to admit they are up there. And this time I did have a gluten-free pizza from the pizza place, Alfredo's Pizza. It was much, much better than the last gluten-free pizza I had on another cruise ship.
Yes, they did a much better job. I thought that was pretty good. We haven't, to be fair though, we haven't tried Norwegian yet, which is our group cruise on Norwegian. So we're going to find out what kind of gluten-free options they have. Carnival actually does a pretty good job too.
But I think that all the cruise lines are getting better with gluten-free options because even products in the grocery store, I'm finding more and more gluten-free products in the grocery store than ever before.
Now the MSC Seaside, we've only done the one MSC cruise. It was a little lagging compared to Carnival and Princess. But we'll find out if they do better because we're also going to be on another MSC cruise the week before our group cruise that Lori Barber's going to be with us. How about that, Lori? See Me Traveling says, always enjoy watching Lumberjack shows.
Yes, they're fantastic.
Yeah,
Hey, Keisha.
Keisha, what's going on? Good to see your smiling face.
And we have Eddie Lugo's in the house.
Yo, Brooklyn in the house, y'all. That's my leg baby daddy, everybody. What's up, Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie said something the other day in his live show about your leg. I forget what he said.
Yeah, he was reading my comment that I posted. That's what he was reading my comment about being leg baby daddy. It choked him up like I just got choked up.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened. Yep. I almost messed up his whole show because I was talking about my leg baby daddy.
Okay, so I think that we covered everything in the chat, and we are definitely going to have a video in the Friday Raid Parade. I'm working on one to have it in Saturday Raid Parade. Oh, that one's going to be Saturday Stroll. That one's going to be the duck fart.
The duck fart?
The duck fart's going to be Saturday.
Is it? Is it long enough?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Y'all want to see a duck fart?
Yeah. So Friday is going to be the Lumberjack show, and Saturday is going to be the duck fart, and then of course we'll be back Sunday for the live show. Sunday
6:00 next week for our live show again. Hope you're here with us for that because we're getting better. We're getting more live. Look at this. We don't look like Crypt Keepers no more. We don't sound like them anymore.
But we still sound a little funky. And I'm not really excited about my voice on the vlogs that we have recently that we got coming out. But hey, it's okay.
What you got that Marge Simpson. Come on, Homer. I should have done a Homer voice. Cruise Nuts is showing us pineapples and peanuts. How about that? Pineapples and peanuts.
Well, we want to thank you all for stopping by tonight. We really do appreciate it. And until Friday.
Is that it? Hold on. Make sure we got everything. Is that it?
Yeah.
We'll make sure we covered everything.
We did.
Did I tell them about the car coming down the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I did. We did see an orca while we were at Georgia Inlet Lodge too. So while you're eating your crab, you can look out there and see whales go by. Don't forget that.
Not all the time, but occasionally you can see a whale go by there.
A lot of more people saw him than I did because I was like this.
I saw him. I just couldn't get the camera out.
I was eating crab.
He was eating crab.
Crab was far more
I did go out to take a picture of it, but I was too slow trying to get the camera ready, and the whale was gone. Because whales, you got to catch them. They're quick.
They are quick. Well, I guess we will go until next time.
So until next time, we'll see you around that channel.
See you around the channel.